On my hard days, I usually don't think about it. I just try to get to the next day and hope that the next day will be better.
My legs don't work like other people's, so I have to be in a wheelchair.
I take the needed medicine for everything that's going on in my body.
My wish is to redesign my bedroom.
My wish is to remodel my backyard. It's like that warm feeling, almost like you know something really good is gonna happen.
Sofia è una bambina bellissima di 12 anni che ha una malattia però terribile che si chiama sindrome di Rett. La sindrome di Rett è una strega che è arrivata e le ha rubato tutto quando aveva 1 anno e mezzo. Di contro è rimasta dentro questa malattia una bambina stupenda e meravigliosa, che è sempre una bambina che vuole vivere e ha grandi sorrisi, grande voglia di stare con gli altri.
Essere parte di questa giornata per me è un'emozione indescrivibile, oltre che un onore poter far parte della realizzazione di un sogno, di una persona, di una bambina speciale come Sofia. Porterò con me di questa giornata la consapevolezza che i sogni che ognuno di noi ha possono essere realizzati e non bisogna mai smettere di crederci.
Vedere Sofia con i suoi amici è stato bellissimo, perché Sofia è una bimba speciale, è delicata, è fragile, e quindi io penso che per lei sia stato un concentrato di emozioni ancora più unico, proprio perché non succede spesso.
Per me Make-A-Wish è sinonimo di speranza, perché un bambino così ha la possibilità di sognare ed è una cosa meravigliosa che dona un sacco di speranza. Cosa porterò con me? Sicuramente il sorriso infinito di Sofia. Dal momento in cui abbiamo iniziato il Wish adesso non ha mai smesso di sorridere, né con il sorriso e nemmeno con gli occhi.
Allora, Make-A-Wish l'ho conosciuta io tramite un'altra mamma di Verona che ha una bambina con disabilità grave e mi ha detto: sai, c'è un'associazione che realizza i sogni dei bambini. Ho detto: non è possibile. E ho incominciato un percorso che è stato bello anche prima di questa giornata, perché finalmente qualcuno si occupava solo di Sofia e quindi ho visto uno sguardo proprio su di lei. È stato bellissimo, una sensazione incredibile.
What would you give for a child you loved to make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. You see, wishes are so powerful, and you can make them real. They can give a child back their childhood, even change the way they feel. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Oh, well, there you go. There's my entire screen. Let's turn that off. This is the wrong screen. Let's go here. Pro streaming. Can you guys hear me? Everything's okay? Yeah, we're good? I don't even have an Opal chair. I have another chair. But it's... Hello, friends! It's C3 time! Let's go! I am so excited. Welcome, everyone, to Community Creations Con. Hey, Phantom! Thank you for coming over. Sound is great. Perfect. New mic. Things might happen. Also, I should probably sit down before I kick something over. But today we're kicking off this Community Creations Con. We have 16 panels across Friday and Saturday. We got loads of mod cases over five different Bethesda games. We have Fallout New Vegas. We have Fallout 4. We have Starfield. All the things. So it's going to be fantastic. Cats, come say hi to Pipples. This is now the official C3 cat. Oh, maybe not. I don't have a cat cam now for my regulars. Things are a bit different. I have changed the graphics. I don't have channel point redemption. There's no Twitch alerts. I appreciate all the follows, all the subs, but we are not focusing on that or me today. Today we are showcasing, first thing we're going to be showcasing are some ship HABS from fellow Starfield modders, FenHarellan and the Green Recon. Well, I'm going to invite them over soon. Now we have 2 cats on the desk. And we're going to get started. The official programming doesn't start until past. So I'm just going to yap with you. We can chat, hang out. And then we're going to do like a whole spiel of C3 at 10:30 EST. Neither. It is mayhem. And the black one is neither. Also, there's a lot to juggle right now. So if I ignore someone in the chat, I'm sorry. We don't also have like any kind of music things, which is a bit awkward, but you guys are just gonna have to deal. No music. Yeah. If you don't know what C3 is a collective streaming super event to benefit Make-A-Wish, where we come together to showcase our mods. I am so bad at giving elevator pitches. It's for them kids. And that's not working. Nightbot. Chop chop. Nightbot. We've talked about this. Where is Nightbot? Why are you like this? Well, the donation link to my campaign is at the top of the chat. It's pinned there. Every dollar counts when we grant wishes to sick kids. Very good morning, Janarus. It's very good to see everyone. Hello, Flanagan. Is cat on stream make it C4? That sounds dangerous, actually. Yeah, this is Mayhem. She's our star. She lives up to her name. Älä hyppää sinne. Et hyppää sinne. She's gonna knock over my coffee or something. Oof. So it's so awkward because I usually have noise sound on my stream, like music or game or something. Let me distract you from not having music with this fine feline. I hate ads. I'm sorry. I tried to run the ad that they are forced on me. I tried to run those during the starting screen, but it wouldn't do it. So now we're getting ads very soon, which is going to suck. Let me just like go to my thing so I can show you actually. This feels very unhype when I don't have music. Why are you so bright? Leave me alone. There we go. Now I'm not overly bright. This one, maybe? You scratched me! I'm bleeding. As I said, she lives up to her name. So, Community Creations Con was first organized last year. We raised over $10,000 for Make-A-Wish. We're doing it bigger and better this year. My desk is full of cats. I'm sorry, cat cannot be stopped. Good night, Gennaro. See you later. How to actually get custom ship made in the creation kit to actually show up in game for Starfield. Good idea. Write that to me on Discord so I can do the thing. A virtual conference for charity created by community collaborative of like-minded and passionate modders dedicated to expanding the worlds and universes of Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. Mayhem, please don't eat the notebook. And if you want to see, where's Nightbot? Is Nightbot actually doing anything? Why is Nightbot doing the job? I set up so many commands, so many timers, and Nightbot is just not doing any of it. There we go. Thank you, Nightbot. You did the thing. You can check the schedule there at the link. There's going to be 8 showcases today and more tomorrow. Today we're going to talk to FenHarellan and the Green Recon first, showcase some of their HAB work, Starfield ship HABs, because they are important, okay? And then I'm going to show you guys how to make Starfield ship HABs yourself to sort of take some of the mysticism of it. It's not that much rocket science. Well, it can be if you get like into really technical stuff. And then we got like screen archery panels. We got more showcases. We got Kingath and Cyric. Maybe you guys could see it if I made it like bigger. So there's going to be loads different kinds of panels, mod showcases. Kingath and Cyric are holding a podcast, and then Rat Beetle is going to end Friday with the very interesting fan work panel. And then the next day, we're starting off again with me. Hi, you're not getting rid of me. It's you. Yay! Hi, Jason Gaines. Welcome. What was that sound? That was weird. So tomorrow, I'm going to kick it off in the morning for you, for me, it's 6 p.m. soon. We're going to look at some of the upcoming Bethesda modding events. There's lots of stuff going on. We're going to go through with those with Veda and Green Foxel and Eleonora. I don't know who that is, some poser. And then I'm going to showcase Fallout Appalachia, which I'm really excited about because I'm a big fan of both Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. I forgot to put captions on. I will put captions on soon. Sorry. And then I'm going to showcase the Elf Bards Brotherhood of Steel military base, which is a Fallout TV show inspired Fallout New Vegas mod. So we have Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4 coming up later tomorrow. Thank you, John Aros. That's good. I can pick it up from there. And then we're going to take it over to Green Foxel. There's going to be a whole thing from Conquer Stories team. Later on, we're going to have Skywind showcase, okay? And Sky Oblivion too. So you really want to tune in tomorrow. After those, I'm still not letting you go because you're going to have to suffer more of me, but I'm bringing Chris Takahashi and Rob Vogel, who are former modders and now Bethesda Game Studios professional. Chris Takahashi has worked on interesting NPCs, Tales from the Commonwealth. He's got mods for Fallout 3. It's lots of followers, quest mods, that sort of thing, and now he's working as a full-time employee at Bethesda Game Studios. And Vogel, Fading Signal, need I say more? True Storms, and loads of different kind of cool mods, quality of life things. First donation! Bling! Thank you. It's not saying, Kate Aces! Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. There's the link. Nightbot finally posted the thing. So you can follow the link. Go to my Tiltify, and it's all going to the one big thing. So yeah, Fading Signal and Chris Takahashi will be joining me tomorrow. We're talking about how they became professional game developers from a modder. That's going to be super interesting. I've been working with them for like 10 years. I've known them since Skyrim days, so like it's low-key no pressure from me. They're old friends, but it's going to be super fun. And then we're gonna get Empire Waste. We're gonna get Zealotly and Vader Phoenix are gonna be doing an awesome panel, and then Independent Fallout Wiki will be doing their whole panel, and Beyond Skyrim stuff. Awesome. Hey, Mayhem. I'm distracted by cats. Sorry. And we're gonna end it with Survival Mode Overhaul. The only thing I would change in this schedule is if it had which game it is for, because you wouldn't possibly know. For example, I didn't. Some of the stuff is for Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, We don't have any 76 mods showcased, surprisingly. But it was a lot of fun last year, and it's going to be great fun this year as well. You can always come back to the schedule. If you lost the track of the raid train, so we're raiding on to the next channel every time one panel is over, you can find them here on the host tab. So you can, whenever you come back to the showcase, you can click it and find the channel that is live right now. Also, this will be featured probably on YouTube and at least in the Independent Fallout Wiki after the showcase. So it'll be watchable. You're not going to miss anything. There are going to be VODs. I will see if we can do some sort of a compilation thing. That would be fun. The ads are going to start, and it's almost past, so I'm going to go and mute myself from the stream. I'm going to grab our guests. We're going to change to the screen. We're going to bring over the Green Recon and Fen. And let's see where we can get off. It's C3 time. Let's go. Ads. Let's go. Ads are stupid. There we go. You guys can see the Green Recon above me, and above there is a cheeky chippy of FenHarellan. Welcome into the stream. Very excited. So start off with, who are you guys? Fen, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Fen. I mostly stream Morrowind when I'm streaming.
Nice.
And yeah, my day job is a threat intelligence engineer. So I do interesting things when I'm not doing other interesting things.
Tech oriented. Nice. How did you get started with modding if you're doing Morrowind things?
Yeah, I got started with modding in Morrowind. I wanted a place to store all of the things that Morrowind lets you pick up, because if you're not a kleptomaniac when you play Morrowind, you're playing Morrowind wrong.
Right.
And so my first mods were just like, I built a cave underneath Balmora with a trapdoor so that I could shove everything into organized crates and barrels.
Nice. Nice. What got you interested in being part of C3?
You?
Hey, I get to go and talk about Starfield.
I saw your ads for it and I was like, it's for charity. That sounds awesome. And I like talking about my projects, so it all works out.
So currently you are working on Starfield stuff, so that's what brought you on.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then Green, let's introduce you as well.
Hey, I'm the Green Recon. really new to modding. Oh gosh, I have to talk about myself. I'm a chef by trade, but I do this as a kind of like a mental exercise of like keeping myself sharp.
Yeah, yeah. And you
But
are, yeah, you're doing ship HABs for Starfield as well, yeah?
yep, yeah, I make ship halves, particularly rune themed ones, because praise the snake.
Nice, nice. There are. I don't know if Knives is in the chat. Hopefully, not because I butchered her name. I'm being distracted by Cat. And what got you? What brought you on to C3?
I just happened to see your post about asking people if they had anything they wanted to showcase for Starfield, and I was like, you know what? It's a charity event. I could volunteer my content in order to like provide entertainment to fill the gap effectively. And then I realized that meant actually going on
Yeah.
C3, not just like forfeiting my content for it. So I kind of happened into it by accident, like just tripped.
Yeah. Yeah. And you really like the charity aspect of Make a Wish as well, right?
Yeah, well, that was a big motivator, right? It's like I saw it was for a very good cause. I have personal experience with sick kids and being a child who basically had to live at the hospital.
Yeah.
I yeah.
So it was close to your heart to be part of this. Reminder to everyone: this is a charity stream. You can see the link posted in the chat at the top of the chat. So if you want to take part, let's break last year's total and do an amazing C3. So what we were thinking of doing is we're gonna showcase. Let me pull this in here so I can see what I'm doing. I want to showcase your ship HABs green in CK, and then hopefully this will work. We've got it set up, but I'm not entirely sure. So you're working on the Varun Institute HABs. I'm gonna grab the link. I have everything up, but Mayhem is half sitting on the keyboard, so I'm having a bit of felling technical difficulties.
Yep, no worries.
Oh, hey, Makia! Yay!
Yep, that's my partner there.
Yay! You got it. Like, hi, Mom. I'm on TV. So there's the mod in the chat if you want to check it out. Let's see if I can bring up your screen here. Perfect. This should be your thing now on the screen. You can see it on the Twitch if you want. But it's showcasing your Varun hub. And so this mod is already out, but you are doing an update to it. You are working on something new.
Yeah, I'm currently working on a new series of habitats for this mod. We have the shrine habitat, the computer core, and a mess hall hab, as well as like several 180-degree flips of my directionally sensitive habs.
Yo, Downfall Nemesis just donated $200. I'm sorry to cut you in, but Downfall, if you don't know, Downfall Nemesis, an absolute legend in the Starfield modding scene. So many player homes, incredible player homes. Ship HABs just released. Didn't Downfall Nemesis just release Varun Ship HABs as well?
I believe they did, yeah. They released a creation for Varun Ship HABs.
You absolute legends. Thank you. Guys, go check out Downfall's mods. You're probably already using them if you're a Starfield enthusiast. Thank you, Flanagan, as well, for the $20 donation. You legends. Let's kick it off. Let's go. Downfall.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Thank
Thanks, Downfall.
you. So please continue. This is going to be happening.
Where was I? Yeah, so like it's just a series of new habs plus new flips of existing habs that were directionally sensitive that I know people were complaining about not being able to use in the reverse orientation.
Yeah.
Updates to lighten and a bunch of fixes. Finally tacked down that vent that was just floating around because you probably have Downfall.
Right. Yeah, that's a little more technical than what I can pull off, like doing all those flips. And as soon as you start like doing custom snapping behavior, it gets very confusing for me. But I will eventually tackle it because I want to make custom stuff too. So this is looking awesome. I love the Varun theme.
Oh yeah, like it. I've been going for this very dark, very minimal light theme. It's been very difficult trying to balance the darkness with readability so that people don't lose details in the darkness. That's been a very fun quote unquote experience.
Yeah. It's
There's this is the Shrine Hab. So this is where all worship is done, and
Yeah.
there's your back end view
I was
of
gonna
all the technical stuff you don't get to see.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you have idle markers? Like you can actually activate those and pray?
Yes, these are interactable animations. Like there are some NPC ones here, like these two, but these are all interactables.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
stuff you don't
amazing.
see.
Yeah, it looks so fun behind the scenes when if you pull out from the view and show the whole hab, people might not have seen what Starfield habs look like when you're not close up. So it's floating in the void, and it's like this. So and the lighting looks all different because it came out of the volume. So it's a fun experience. It looks so different when you zoom into it. But this is how it looks for us most of the time when doing stuff. I like the overview.
Once you're outside the bounds of the volume box, things get a little bit different.
Yeah, you have to take into account different things that are not inside the volume then. So it's very fun.
Yeah. So that's the shrine. And then next one up, we have, if I can get that to pull up, is the mess hall. And this is where things get really kind of interesting because, there we go.
So these are new ones that are coming to the mod soon.
Yep, these are new ones coming to the mod soon.
Nice.
Again, creation kit weirdness. Don't mind the flashing. That's not actually in there.
Yeah, it does that sometimes with the shaders. Sometimes refreshing the render window helps. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah,
I'll do that just for people's potential health.
HABs are so much fun. I love working on HABs. You can do tight spaces and you have to put so much little stuff and functionality into it. HABs are probably one of my favorite things to mod, really. I did working on player homes, like our own planets, but HABs are super fun. Yeah, it's blinking. It's a Starfield CK thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like all the background stuff you don't get to see, the functional furnitures and the workbenches and the markers and the spawn markers and the conversational markers and
yeah. Luckily,
it
we
gets
can
very cluttered in here once you get to working.
Yeah, but it's so nice that in Starfield CK you can put everything into layers, so you can just hide the layer out of the way, and it kind of remembers that you wanted to hide it. So that's fun. Mess hall looked nice. I really like the lighting that you did here because it's sufficiently dark.
Yeah, it looks even better in game. It's actually a little bit darker in the creation kit, which has been part of the problem of trying to balance hey, is this bright enough? Going between in game and in the creation kit, especially once you start going to the different environments, because there's a slight change to how things are affected by lighting.
Yeah, it's
in
weird.
Space versus certain planets.
Yeah, where you've landed, it makes a difference in what the thing looks like. Fen was having that trouble too, where her HABs weren't looking the same lighting wise, and they did in game and in CK. For me, it's almost indistinguishable, so it's weird. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's there's a slight issue with that, but it's not that big of an issue. The light is usually about the same. It just gets a little bit brighter, a little bit darker, depending on your planet and the time of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, see, no, mine are super different. I get a lot of comments on my existing HAB sets where people say that they look really dark, but when I'm looking at them in the CK, even if I'm inside the lighting volume, they look totally fine to me.
That's so weird.
Well, I did used to have that issue. I ended up solving it with completely rebuilding the volumes.
Huh. That's a lot of
it's on my list to go back and do that because clearly there's something going on.
Yeah, there's some issues with copying volumes that you need to be aware of, unfortunately, because it just doesn't like being copied.
Yeah, sometimes it works to just fine, and sometimes you just have to. Luckily, it's not that much of a big thing. Quick, ask the chat. How are the volume levels? Can you hear everyone okay? Because this is my first time hosting many people on my stream. I would like to just get a quick idea of if audio and everything is fine. I could, I guess, play some music. Sounds great. Perfect. Love it. Steve, this is why you want to test in advance. But what is this hab? What are we looking at?
So, this is the computer core hab. I really liked the layout of the Deimos habs where they had this middle computer area, and then they had the banks over here. It just really appealed to me as a space
self backpack. That was mine. I made that.
Oh, you did? Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's probably why I liked it so much. I was like, I really like this space, but like, it's got to be a little bit dark and gloomy and a little
Yeah.
bit creepy.
Yes.
And I did a couple, I did keep a couple of things. Like, I really like this little table here, and I decided to just update it with a bit more of a thematic
Oh,
angle
the knife
vegetation.
is different. Yeah. Perfect. And
But
did you do
I
some
changed a lot
material
of the layout.
swaps?
Hmm?
Did you do material swaps here? Does it look darker?
Yes. So yeah, if you pull open, oh, I don't want to clear the material on that.
No. There's a
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, everything's a packing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's okay. Do you have a custom material swap for the table? Because I don't remember seeing dark.
Yes. So I took the rubber mat texture from one of the from the floors. So like under here, if I pull this up,
Mm-hmm.
I took
Yeah.
this texture and I used it
Ingenious.
and put that on
Ingenious.
here to give it like a rubber mat like grip texture. So it's like an
Oh,
actual work table.
that is amazing. It looks so good. It's like it was meant to be. That's fantastic.
Yeah. It's been very interesting mixing different shades of grays and blacks and like textures to like kind of make things pop but blend and so you don't lose like the details of materials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the same texture here with the chairs, and then you can't see it here because yeah. So I have another set of these chairs that actually use a really soft blue texture. That's
Yeah.
gonna be like a common theme for mine.
Yeah, we were talking with Fen, and she said she's not using this free fly cam mode. Now you can see it in action. This is how this is a new thing for Starfield CK. This wasn't in any of the previous CKs. So being able to fly around in the editor like this, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's so intuitive just to be like zip around and just like see things from different angles and like look for weirdness and textures.
If you've
Like
worked in the CK
that.
for if you worked in the CK for 20 years, this is a bit hard to get used to, but it is a fantastic addition.
Well, the CK hasn't existed for 20 years. That's the catch.
Right.
When it was Morrowind, it was called the construction set, and so much about the controls and how you interact with all of the pieces were so different. Pack-ins didn't exist. Groups didn't exist.
Material swaps, texture swaps.
Yeah, material swap. None of that. If you wanted a texture, you had to go make the texture, and then I never touched it because I could never figure out how to get it onto anything.
Yeah. So that's your last one of the new updates you're doing besides the
Yeah, besides the flip HABs, which
Yeah.
are just like it's the same thing, but it's just reversed around. So if I pull up these two, just as like an example, so people can know what they're getting. Yep. So yeah, it's basically just the regular HAB you've already got, and then
I'm getting
same
ads.
HAB but other way around.
I'm making faces because OBS is alerting me that there's going to be an ad break, which is super nerdy. But
well, perfect timing because I am about done.
Yeah, so we're gonna swap over to. We're just gonna be yapping a little bit.
I would like to close it just by reminding people that it is really important you donate to make a wish. It's a incredible program. It's very important to these kids to have this opportunity, especially when they are stuck in the hospital for so long. Like I've done it. It's the weeks and weeks of not really knowing what's going on with you and being isolated. These moments of happiness are very important to them.
Yeah, the wishes give them hope, something else to focus on other than their conditions. It's a fantastic charity, and it's working worldwide in so many countries. So even if you're like you want to donate to Netherlands, they have things in Netherlands, and Finland is weird. We don't have Make-A-Wish Finland because Finland is full of bureaucracy. But yeah, very, very awesome charity, and I'm privileged to be able to help. And I'm so glad you guys joined me to do this because it's so interesting to see like your point of view in creating ship HABs and things. I have a link from Fen, so I should be able to fairly easily swap to your screen if that's okay, Fen.
Yeah.
You are ready for a deep dive into your CK, which is funnily very similar to what. Yo, Cody! Thank you so much for the $100 donation. This thing is not working. Now it's working. There you are. Amazing. As soon as the amazing charity alert goes away, you can see Fen's side, which is you guys have the same layout with the CK window. Thank you, Cody, so much. So you guys had met and talked about ship HABs before we even did the whole call. So you guys have been interacting.
Yeah. Recon reached out to me. I think it's been a few months now, for help because he saw the work that I've done, and he has this weird sense of timing where whenever he reaches out to me with a question, it happens to be something that I've only just also figured out myself.
Yeah, I've been very lucky like that. Yeah, it was back in October. I reached out to you about like door behavior stuff when I was trying to use like doorways instead of walls to get more space inside of a hab shell. And you had to tell me I was dumb and that doesn't work.
I had to figure it out myself. I tried to do it. I was like, why is it working? And because I was using a door instead of a wall. It doesn't want to work like that unless you go through extra effort. This is looking so good. So you're doing Ryojin HABs.
Yes,
Ryojin?
Ryujin. I'm doing Ryujin Habs. I am a giant sucker for anything with a dragon in it, and so Ryujin, of course, is dead in sight. And they also have this amazing cyberpunk questline in the game, and I adore this questline. I do it in almost every run that I play, and it seemed odd to me that you could have this company that owns a ship hab manufacturer, and yet they don't have any branded habs.
Yeah. So this
So
is
I'm
going.
fixing that.
Yeah. Are you doing like executive HABs, like really posh ones, or?
Yeah. So I've separated. The idea is that these are the habs that you find on like the yachts that belong to the executives. So you've got what I call the back rooms, which are where the staff and the security details set up. Like this is my armory.
Yeah.
Which instead of having that sort of half-baked idea of a brig that a lot of these armories have, I instead have just this giant set of weapons racks and some custom armor stands. These are actually mannequins.
Nice. That's amazing.
And so you'll be able to place armor on these, and it'll sort of stand out in the free space instead
love
of
that.
having to be on a weird floating mannequin or in a cabinet.
Yeah, because they take up so much space too. Well, the mannequins are not too huge, but that looks so sleek and like compact instead of having.
It does have the mannequins pop up, but for whatever reason, the CK doesn't like showing the mannequins for this stuff a lot. If you do a lot with the Nova glass cabinets for the mannequins, you see this a lot in the CK, where the mannequins that are supposed to be inside it just disappear randomly. They're there. They will be there in game. They just don't show up for some reason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some people have a thing with mannequins. Like from Skyrim days, I've been getting a complaint that the mannequins are creeping people out. So if we had
mannequins creep people out. I have my favorite comment ever on a mod that I have worked on, which is the one mod that I made for Skyrim called the Museum of Aram. And it was another storage mod. And the goal of that mod was to have a place to put literally everything in the game. And so there's like 100 mannequins in a single room.
Someone loved that.
And Skyrim is infamous for the mannequin bug, where they like all turn around and look at you and sometimes start moving towards you.
They do weird stuff.
Somebody got that bug inside my mod.
100 mannequins walking around.
Like all turning to look at you.
It's like with the Doctor and the Angels.
And then they
yes.
And then they just stop because the mannequins don't actually keep moving. So it's something about the engine thinks that the mannequins are NPCs briefly, and so they do weird stuff. Thankfully, Starfield's mannequins don't seem to do that as frequently, which is good.
That's been fixed since Fallout 4. Fallout 4 Contraptions DLC possibly maybe had armor stands, and they were like more armor standy, similar to this.
But yeah, so this is another of the backroom habs. This is the battle stations.
Amazing.
And so each hab is basically designed after a floor in Ryujin headquarters. Let me look at my list. Yeah, so the armory and the battle stations are designed after the ops floor, which if you do the quest is where you spend most of your time. So it's the floor materials, the chairs, the style that you get. My lighting is all the lighting that you get from inside Ryujin. And I even have these these barriers from some of the
Oh,
like
that's so
computer,
cool.
some of the cubicle spaces that you see down there.
Mm. There was a question in chat that this is not out yet, right? It's work in
No,
progress.
this is very much in progress. I'm on HAB 8 of
How
like
many?
15.
Yeah.
I'm like on 8 of. I'm about halfway through, and it's complicated as you can see because each HAB has 5 different exterior shells.
Ah, the
And
Taijo life.
so I have to make 5 copies of every HAB.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just Taijo things. But yeah,
yeah.
I did link Fen's profile so you can keep watch. You
Oh no,
also
there we
so
go.
yeah. Oh, storage hub. Guys, we reached the first milestone, which is $500. Thank you so much, Finspector, Derasp, and Chaos. If anyone else I missed, thank you so much for those donations. Amazing, you guys are legends. I was
Literally means the
gonna.
world.
That is fantastic. I was gonna do a giveaway live, but I don't want to cut in on Fen, so you keep talking,
Yeah. Okay.
and I will
Yeah.
see if I can run a quick giveaway. I will figure it out while you are showcasing this. I can do it in another screen, and I'll.
Yeah, so this is one of the 2 versions of the cargo HABs. I've got specially branded Ryujin crates, so
Amazing.
that, it makes it clear. And of course, because it's Ryujin, everything is hyper organized. All you have is very tidy shelves, clear walkways, nothing, they will not tolerate trash on the floor or things misplaced. So and then cargo is designed after the back hallways of Ryujin.
Nice.
There's an area that you can sneak into that is meant to, depending on where in the quest, what choices you make in the quest, it's either an under construction area or it becomes the new office of Infinity Ltd. And when you sneak in, it looks a bit like this inside, except it's covered in construction gear.
Amazing.
No, I didn't want to add keywords. I'm forever clicking on that instead of the render window. And then what we have is the crew lounge,
Oh, that's so nice.
which is replacing the 2x2 living quarters. Each of these angled half hexagons on the sides, these are bathrooms with full showers.
Amazing. That is a very comfortable spaceship space to be in.
And then, of course, the standard reminder, because this is an employee-only space, is wash your hands.
Wash your damn hands.
We know what you're touching in there. Be clean.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all, same as before. All Ryujin furniture. I brought in a piece of the carpet from one of the areas that's an employee slash. It's the space near for the tranquility floor typically.
Yeah.
But there's a break room on the ops floor, and this is where this HAB comes from. Using the decals on the wall specifically from that space.
So you really thought of this.
I have a whole folder of screenshots of going into the game to pull from each floor of Ryujin. This is the infirmary, which I'm going to be calling the med bay, and this is based off of the research and development floor.
Nice. See, this is the only major quest line in Starfield that I haven't done because I was headcanon in a Goody Two Shoes and I didn't want to go corpo, so I've actually never done the Ryujin quest line for Starfield. I know the locations, but
I did see a question about on VC or on Nexus. I do not post to Nexus. I have never done so, and I don't really see a need to start now. They will be available in the Creation Store, and this is a free mod.
Yeah, so it'll be up. It will be up on Bethesda.net for free. Yeah.
I'm hoping to finish it in the next month-ish, give or take. It will depend greatly on stop moving things on how real life goes for me because I've got a lot of stuff going on. This is the mess hall. So I've brought in one of the columns from Ryujin HQ. And again, using their design aesthetic, the chairs and the tables that you see in that specific break area.
Love the red stuff and the contrast of white. It's so good.
I think it's part of why I like it so much because Ryujin's colors are my colors: red, silver, and black.
Yeah.
And it feels nice to see that around. And then you've got the little break area in here. And the layout for this hab is actually pulled from an unused Tayo hab that I found in the creation kit. There was plans for a 2x3 mess hall, so this one is long but narrow, and there was an unfinished wide but short one, and this was the floor plan from it. And you don't have it in the game at all, because it was tied to a exterior shell that like doesn't actually do what they're supposed to do, and it doesn't have the right segments to do the like hatches to ladders thing. I was like, well, it's a shame to leave that unused. So I kidnapped their floor plan because it worked out, and then made some edits because I couldn't leave it alone.
Yeah.
And then the hab I'm currently doing work on is the workshop. I've just finished really laying it out, and I'm going to be dealing with linking the insides and the outsides together later today, probably.
So you do it manually. You don't duplicate an existing hab and trust the links. You do it manually.
I do duplicate habs, but I change so much of them that I typically have to redo links regardless, because I will do things like decide that I want this setup on the walls here to be on the other side. And so, of course, all of the links have to be moved because it will be linked to the wrong wall. And for those that are not up on this, it's each of these objects on a wall or in front of where a doorway goes. They disappear when you put a door there, and that's because you link them to the doorway in a way in the CK, so that when it turns into a doorway, the objects go away. And if you don't do that, that's when you run into objects that just like float in the air and become glitches in the user experience. But yeah, so this is the workshop hab. It's similar to the infirmary based on the R&D floor. Just sort of more of the public-ish area.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing in this hab, but the hab that's going to be like one of the showcase habs for this is I'm building a double height executive hab that will be, this is the executive suite. At one end will be like the bedroom, and below it will be an office. It will have a dining area. It will look very similar layout-wise to my Ancient Mariner extended 3x2 captain's quarters, which in turn was designed after Captain Pike's quarters from Star Trek.
Nice.
And this really is just an excuse because I wanted to bring the Ryujin dragon into my ship habs.
Need to make a bigger ship hab so can we fit it in.
I've miniaturized it. This is, what is the scale on this sucker? 0.8. 80% of its full size in here. And these are the lights from the executive floor of Ryujin. I've sort of been procrastinating on this hab by building the other ones, and then I procrastinate on the other habs by building this one.
Oh, procrastination, how it strikes.
Indeed.
Okay,
but yeah.
I managed it. Yeah, go ahead.
How did you find making the exterior shell for this?
So you have these like extra pieces that I discovered while I was doing the Ashlander habs, because there's a couple of walls in the Ashlander habs that are not actually the normal hab walls, but because they're also not walls that become doorways, no one cares. Like, you can use whatever walls you want if they don't have to swap into doorways.
Yeah.
Then you have to make sure the size isn't so out of range that it will appear inside the interior of another hab. And so I discovered these pieces that are like meant for height like tall stuff. There's middle pieces too that don't have the curves on them, and so it was just a matter of finding, oh look, we've got the whole set. Okay, I've got corners, I've got fronts and backs and sides, and then it's just working out like I don't want you to be able to make ladders into this hab. There's going to be doorways only, and they're only going to come from one end, and I'm going to put
They don't climb ladders.
I'm going to put like big X's on the exterior doors that will not be making hatches or doorways, so that it's very clear in the shipbuilder that this only works from one side.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure out why Twitch is constantly trying to show ads on my channel. I'm gonna cut in for real quick. I figured out how to do giveaways on my channel, so we are giving away a legendary Skyrim hoodie from my Fourth Wall shop. All you have to do is do !enter. You guys can participate too. Do the thing. Go to the Twitch chat, !enter, and you can win it. I would show, but we have friends. You can click the link and see what the hoodie is about with the thing. So it's gonna be really easy. You can choose your color, use your size. You don't have to give any information to me. Fourth Wall will take care of it. I just provide it. If we reach $1,000, there's gonna be another giveaway. So I put milestones at $500 and $1,000. I will give away a hoodie to the chat. I had a poll up. People could choose if they want the Minuteman hoodie or the Skyrim Legendary hoodie, and very much Skyrim Legendary hoodie won. So that's what we're giving away. If you've already done, and there we go, Koi Rogue, you got it. So it'll just count once. You shouldn't need to do it separately, but should be in, and it should be going now. I think it's 3 minutes, so get in quick. It'll announce it soon. You're good, yeah. Go ahead and enter. You too, Fen. You too, Green. If you're not in the Twitch chat yet, if you want a Skyrim hoodie, that's it. If you don't want a Skyrim hoodie, you don't have to participate. Obviously.
No, it's gifts for the chats who are doing
Veda! Veda,
I'm here
you
to
won!
as the participant.
Woo! Stay tuned. We have another shirt to give away if we reach $1,000, which I know we will eventually because my chat has 0 chill. Veda, you won. I will give you the link. I don't know if it'll give you immediately, but if you sign into Fourth Wall, Veda, you should be able to do it automatically. I don't even need to give you any links. Just sign into Fourth Wall with your Twitch, link them up, and you're good to go. There you go. You get a Skyrim hoodie. Woo! This is fun. I can do this. I didn't have to do anything. I just threw money at it, and it was like, yes, I will take care of everything for you. That's fantastic. But that's about what we had scheduled for you guys. We've been here for about half an hour. So, did you have anything else that you wanted to cover? Still, Fen, you good? This looks so good.
Not really. I do have some screenshots from in-game if that would be interesting.
I love these colors and this design that is currently on the screen. It looks good. It's my vibe. But you can just pull them in. If you want to showcase them, you can pull them in. If you're sharing your screen, they will show up here.
Yeah, just gotta remember what folder they got saved to. The question of are they in-game photo mode or are they
right? Yeah, I do that.
Screenshots.
I do the same thing. Elroy,
okay, yeah.
It is frost resistance, 20% frost resistant on that hoodie.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So
Woo!
We have that first armory hab as it shows in my game.
Looks so good. It looks much better actually in game.
From before I decided that I didn't like the brig. In fact, so this is a very early like alpha screenshot basically. And then I had basically laid all of the different versions of the armory out to make sure that I hadn't accidentally moved something when I was doing all of the inside to outside links.
Yeah.
And you can see I changed the layout of the battle stations a bit. Yeah, at one point it was more straight up and downs, and I was like, no, diagonals are cool. Everyone loves a diagonal. So.
Yep. So cool.
And then this is what I was talking about with the mannequins.
Yeah, that works.
So in the game they show up, and you can put armor on them. They look like the ones in the cases do, and they're just sort of standing mannequins. It's the backpack stand, the tall one, that always I think looks a bit ridiculous when you put a backpack on it. And I just made it a pack-in with the mannequin, and made the
It's very
mannequin
sleek.
usable. I'm really, really happy with how it looks, and the stands have some matte swaps so that they match Ryujin colors, because yellow
Nice.
is not an allowed color.
Yeah, we don't allow
No
it in.
yellow.
Yeah.
And then I haven't gotten in yet to check. I think it's the workshop, definitely, because that one's not linked up. I don't think cargo I've checked in game yet, but the infirmary space and the living
so nice.
quarters before I fixed the lighting for it.
Mm.
This
Is
one,
it
like,
darker and moodier?
it is. It's too dark, is the thing, because
Mm.
Ryujin is bright and clean and
Yeah.
super visible. And when I went into here and went into this one in game, I was like, this is dark even for me.
Yeah.
So it definitely is going to be too dark for players whose games seem to render things differently than mine.
That is so weird that is happening with you.
It's probably something with my CK settings, and I just can't be bothered to play with it because I get so into wanting to make the stuff.
Yeah, it's a really big issue for me. Like, I don't want to figure out how stuff works. I just want to make pretty things and drink coffee. Then you run into some weird issue and can't be bothered with it.
Exactly. To the point where my boyfriend has commented that I spend more time building things than I do playing these days, and he's not wrong. My creation kit time is very much exceeding my playtime at this point.
It happens to everyone who starts really making mods. It's like, I'm pretty sure all my Skyrim hours, like 1,000 or 1,500 of it is just testing mods.
Yeah, I've already passed my playtime in creation kit.
Yeah, it's just you get sucked into it. I'm trying to think. What is that is over there? I put the links for you guys so you can follow Fen's uploads in BethesdaNet. You also had a YouTube, right? I'm gonna make sure people know where they can find you and your work. Fen, you also stream, right? Do you have any exclamation, any like exclamation mark, underscores, anything in your name?
Nope, it is just FenHarellan 13.
13.
Because somebody took my actual...
Your name. That's why I'm the real Eleonora on Twitch, because someone took Eleonora.
Well,
there you go.
I suspect it was me. I just don't remember how to get into it.
I have the same problem. But you've been playing Starfield, and you said you stream Morrowind stuff, and then people can find your stuff on BethesdaNet, and you also have a YouTube. Let me grab your YouTubes. And you had a Discord as well. We're going to be spamming some links to the chat. Don't worry, guys. You can find it. The Green Recon doesn't have a Discord specifically, but you can be reached in the official Bethesda Discord, right?
Yep, I can be reached at any time in the official Bethesda Discord. I can also be reached in the modern Discord, the Starfield modern Discords.
Oh right, yeah, the one, the not Bethesda hosted Starfield modern Discord. Yeah. So you're on those two, and people can ping you there. They can find you with the same name, and I linked your mod already. So the Baron ship HABS are going to be up in here. You can track the mod on Nexus. Are you putting this on BethesdaNet as well?
Yes, I upload on both platforms, Nexus and BethesdaNet, and then obviously I upload for both PC and Xbox on creations, just because it's convenient for everybody. They can decide what they want to do the modern.
Perfect. I'm making sure of my notes that I've shared everything and everyone's links properly. Someone asked if there's ever going to be a body slide and for an outfit studio for Starfield. I think the meshes work differently, so it's a bit different. Maybe eventually. We're still in the early stages of Starfield modding. People are still figuring out like how to put stuff in game properly and things like that. I'm gonna turn that off.
There's plenty of complex stuff happening in the background that you just don't get to see yet because people are still trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, so possibly eventually, yeah. I'm gonna let Fen do her thing with our screen now. So I'm gonna this is one of your screenshots, the green that I'm showcasing here. I'm using it as an excuse. So yeah, those are coming up soon. You said a month is Fen.
Yeah, something like that.
When it's done. It's done when it's done.
Yeah. And my update will be available today after the stream.
Oh, nice.
So as soon as the stream is over, I'll be uploading that so everyone can download and try out the new HABs.
Yes, I don't sadly have your link to the Bethesda net, but they can find it through your what is it?
Yeah, they can find it through my username, Green Recon, or they can find it through just through an institute.
Yeah, institute is a good search word for finding it on both platforms really quickly. I think that's it for we bled 15 minutes into my segment, which is funny because we were supposed to talk about Starfield ship HABs anyway. So I was gonna show how to get started with creating ship HABs. I'm gonna do like a really quick rundown. I can't explain all this stuff in 45 minutes, but Fen, you have a tutorial on ship HABs on YouTube, which I forgot to link to, but I did put your YouTube on there, so I can quickly find it. And you had a whole ship HAB tutorial. Now it's gonna start playing. Don't play it now. No, there we go. So this is a tutorial. If you don't want to watch now, she's got you covered. I'm gonna do it a bit different.
It's a long video, but it's chaptered, and if you pay attention to the chapters or just listen closely in some segments, you can hear my cat screaming at me about wanting to be fed.
Amazing. It's always a better video or a stream when we have cats. So what we're gonna do, switch around. If you guys want to hang out in the background, you can, and we can like chat about making ship HABs, or if I need to let you go. I'm so privileged and happy that I got to showcase your work. It's so fantastic to talk to other Starfield modders. You guys helped us raise $500 already. So legends.
Oh my goodness!
Look what we did. Yes. So that was fantastic. I'm gonna switch my like layout, so your faces are going to disappear. Or well, the cheeky chibi of FenHarellan. And I'm gonna showcase my stream. My what is this? Imagine words, my screen for Starfield Creation Kit. It's going to look a little bit like yours because normally I've got it spread out for 3 monitors, but for tutorial streams, I have to condense everything in the kind of way that you guys are doing. So it's a bit funny. But whichever you like. Do you wanna dive out? That's okay. Or you can stay and
I'll
chat.
hang out. I might have some insights that would be interesting.
Yeah, so maybe
I can hang out sort of on audio, but I am also technically during working hours.
Yeah, so you might have to bail. But thank you guys so much for coming to the showcase. I'm so awesome that we got to do this. I'm gonna you can wave if you want, because I'm gonna make your there goes Green Recon, because I'm gonna switch screens into possibly this. Let's see what happens. Look at that stinger go. I am a pro streamer. This is my normal tutorial stream thing, and I don't even have anything up yet. The ship HAB resource is much appreciated. Definitely one of the big learning curves. Yep. So I'm going to show you live, and if you got any like questions, you can also ask Fen on the YouTube video comments. Probably you'll probably pick up those up if people have anything.
Yeah, or they can. I'm available in the Starfield Discord. They can DM me if they are also in that Discord. I have my settings set so that as long as we share a Discord somewhere, I'm accessible.
Same. So that's it for you guys. Keep your eyes peeled for those mods. Green's gonna release his update now for the Varun Institute HABs, and then Ryujin will be up soon. I'm gonna start the tutorial spiel now. There's gonna be a new mod that I need to make because this is just a tutorial ship HAB. I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. What's going on? We have a donation. Thank you, Roy, for the $20. Thank you. Legend. We are well on our way to that $1,000 goal. I'm gonna keep fundraising tomorrow. I have a few different panels coming up with. I'm showcasing some other mods, and then that Bethesda panel. So that's gonna be fun. Tutorial HABs. I think I'm gonna start easy because like we talked about before, Taiyo is a whole beast because of those mid, top, and things. What is going on? Tower Security, thank you for the $100. Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. We missed 420 now. Aww. We went past 420. Why is Inspector here? Inspector, please. I had to actually reset my Starfield this morning. I was a bit worried because my Starfield creation kit wasn't even launching. So this is the active file, and then we just need Starfield. Some of these files are parts of the game. There's like Deimos, Daemog. There's that second kind of rover that you can get. But I'm just gonna do basic Starfield. Now this is going to be interesting for Fen and Green as well, because they might see how I do HABs. I'm gonna start with something simple like Hope Tech HABs, because they are fairly simple. Like Nova has all those different weird switcheroos, and then there's Taijo, which is like mid, top, and bottom HABs. I am so thankful for everyone who donated. This is an incredible result. We've only been live for about an hour, so thank you everyone who donated. We already reached 1 milestone, and we've got the whole weekend to go. So I'm really super proud. Soon we're gonna raid over to not soon. 48 minutes. We're gonna raid over to Cephalopoda. Hopefully around noon EST. Do you guys use the what's that? The creation kit extension thing. What is it called? My mind is blanking on that thing.
Oh, was it the mod that like changes? It's like what, Creation Kit Plus?
Yeah, platform extended. That's the thing.
I'm always sketchy about downloading. That's the one.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good on Skyrim and Fallout 4. But when I added it to Starfield, my docs wouldn't work, so I couldn't use my layouts. You can't see them because there's those donation things, but I have two layouts that I use, and I couldn't use it with that thing on, which is strange. So there are two ways.
I'm nervous enough messing with the creation kit. I get very nervous putting new stuff in the creation kit.
Yeah,
exactly, and especially in the early days of the platform extender, it caused a lot of issues with the creation kit and with mods built with it. And so I didn't want to risk screwing around with that kind of thing. So I use creation kit the way it is. It's the same reason that I don't use Xedit for anything.
Yeah. It's brilliant for the earlier creation kits. I don't know. I really need the docs. So and I don't want to add it to the verified creations. So yeah. Meanwhile, Fallout New Vegas people have to have their own special version of GEC, and it's basically necessary. Yeah. It's welcome, Zealot. You're going to be showcasing later today? No, tomorrow. I'm constantly checking the schedule. You can at any time you can do !schedule in chat to see the link to where you can follow the schedule. Zealot was going to be tomorrow with Vader Phoenix and Armaments Remastered and Long 15. Fantastic. Right, so you've got your Starfield ESM and your plugin set as active file. And the easiest way and fastest way to get started with HABs is to duplicate an existing one. And they are all under generic forms and base forms. Let's say we want to duplicate a Hope Tech HAB. Let's get the Captain's Quarters because that's one of my favorites. How does it go? There we go. You can use the text filter to find them. Not use CK. Yeah, can it be used on pre? It should be able to. Yeah, I think it's backwards compatible to like almost all the old versions. Xedit is solid though. It is true. So you can find all the Captain's Quarters here. We got Hope Tech, we got Deimos, and then immediately we notice a really weird thing about Taijo. There's 5 different ones for Taijo. There's bottom A, bottom B, mid A, top A, and top B. Fen, you've been struggling, well, not struggling, but you've been wrestling this when making the Ryujin ones.
Yes. I mean, because it's I find the part where you have to link the inside bits to the outside doorways to be the most tedious part of
Yeah.
hab making, and the fact that I have to do it 5 times instead of just once for each hab is
Kind of set yourself up for failure
painful.
there.
Yeah, I really do not look forward to getting to the larger habs where, you know, on the small 2x1s, it's not so bad because you've got a front door, a back door, and four doors on the side, and then
Yeah.
4 hatches to make ladders with. A fair bit, but it's small. It's not so bad. Whereas if you look at like a 3x3 hab, you've got 9 top, 9 bottom,
Oof.
9 doors. So you're dealing with, no, not 9. You've got 12 doors and 18 hatches to link correctly.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
gonna miss something.
Yeah,
I always do. I
yeah,
always miss something.
and then testing all that out is so tedious because you have to test all the connections and flip around, and it's a whole mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna
all
grab
the in-game time.
It's why I set up a system for linking the habs for myself, where it's in the video tutorial that I have that Leonora kindly linked. I explain my system of like I go in a very specific order, and I do not allow myself to be interrupted while I am linking doors and hatches, because if I stop in the middle, I will not remember which one I did last.
Yeah, it's so easy to lose track of that. So
Yeah, I just make everything a pack-in.
Yeah. So Phoenix, the in May update for Starfield, they stopped doing it. Like when you edit your ship, and if the HABs sort of reset, when you get a new ship, it will spawn with the clutter. But when you edit the HABs, it will sort of reset, and all the clutter will be gone. I don't know if it puts it into. It used to like endlessly put clutter into your cargo bay, but then
it was great for money.
yeah, like sometimes I would just like have random really expensive things in my cargo, but that's the update changed that so that for shipbuilder edits, clutter doesn't spawn. So what you have to do is you have to make everything static, and specifically static. Well, pack-ins makes it easier, or because I've noticed if you just make a static from something. It doesn't spawn still, so it has to be a pack-in. Like there's this, I'll show you in a minute. Remind me to show it. So what a lot of people are doing when they start making these is that they duplicate an existing base form, but that doesn't retain the links. Fen was talking about the links, and that means all the door swapping, all the ladders that are coming in. You can retain those if you just want to really easily and quickly get started. You can duplicate module and linked pack-ins. This will create a new copy of everything with an exterior and an interior, and the links already are there. So now we have a copy. I'm gonna rename it Ellie something, and then the copy thing. Now it's gonna ask, do you want to create a new object? No, because we're just renaming it. We're not making a new one. And then it's like, are you sure? Yes, I know what I'm doing. But it's still not complete. Now we have the base form, which consists of the exterior and the interior. You can tell it from here. I see, when I was working on Crimson Fleet HABs, the clutter was spawning, but when I finished it, this update had come, and all my non-static clutter wasn't spawning it for anyone. That was I took all my pictures from in-game by going into the HABs with the COC code, and I didn't know that the clutter wasn't spawning. I hadn't played Starfield, so that was fun. But you got 2 of these, and you can't edit them directly from the base forms. But now they do exist, and they are just copies of the HopeTech one. I usually make more sense when I'm explaining things, but ship HABs, exteriors and interiors can be found in world objects. Underworld objects is pack-in, and that's what they are. There's a lot of pack-ins in the game. The whole things run on pack-ins. And you can just filter it. If you want to be, like, you want to filter out everything that's not vanilla, you can click this show edited forms only. and it will only show your thing. Why is not my thing showing up? There we go. It's not called Cactus Quarters, it's called CPT Quarters. Of course, it's a bit different. For this, I can only play myself. Now I'm gonna F2, I'm gonna rename this, and then put my prefix in there. And now it's not gonna ask to duplicate, it only asks to rename, which is good, because then you can't accidentally duplicate it again. So this is just my version of HopeTech, and they're both just linked together. So if we open the exterior in the render window, you can do it right-click, edit in render window. So it is just, this is what you see in the ship builder. It was funny to notice that when you were making, yay, robotic code, thank you for the donation, thank you. Yeah, so this is very, there's nothing inside it, it's just the shell, and the doors are there, which is what the link is about. If you duplicate the module and link packins, you don't have to worry about these functioning. It will function straight away. And it's linked from the interior to the exterior. So you can see it here. Oh, I went into that. So now I opened the thing in, and it should be, can you just open it? Like edit? Sorry. I wanted to show the keyword. So every door has a link, and every item that is in front of a door that can swap, it's in front of a door or wall that can swap, it also has to have the link. So this one is, I don't know why the vanilla ones are force persist, but they still work if you don't put them in force persist. Do you guys know?
I do not force persist my links for objects inside the HABS. I actually have a note to myself that they don't have to be that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the vanilla ones do it.
Yeah.
Probably just because.
Yeah, I do it too. I just assumed it had to be done.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was because on the Ancient Mariner HAB, which was my first mod for Starfield HABs, they were not force persisted.
Thank you for the donation, FenHarellan. And I was looking at vanilla ones, and not all of them have force persist either. So
Yeah,
it might be a remnant.
To depend on who made them.
Yes, I made this one. This is after I stopped working on the project. This was the way we were doing it. Maybe something changed after I stopped working on it, and there's a different way.
Maybe.
But
I do know that the ones for the walls to link them to the outside so that the door swaps happen.
Yeah.
If those aren't force persisted, they will not consistently swap.
It's so weird. So what you can't do when you're fixing a layout for a HAB, you cannot use doors where, like, door pieces. We were talking about this earlier in the stream. You were trying to make more space by using a doorway, and like I did that. I tried using a doorway and make a shelf, for example, but that breaks the functionality. It has to be one of these.
It actually has to swap.
Yeah, it has to be a wall that swaps. It can be a wall piece that has a laboratory, or it has the beds, but it can't be a door. A door can't swap to a door.
Oh, it can, but
but
there's a lot of extra steps to make it go.
Exactly, like you need to make your own behaviors.
If you're just starting out making HABs, don't try it.
Yeah,
because the level of complication that making your own snap and swap stuff brings is just so unnecessary for the most part.
Yeah. So, but all of the clutter that is in front of all the furniture, everything, even like decals, like spray paint, has to be linked to the wall that is being swapped. So everything is linked. It's very dark in here. Everything, all the clutter has to be linked to this. I usually do it at the end instead of like then I can just focus on every wall one at a time instead of trying to remember to link them while I'm cluttering. So I finish everything, and then I make sure everything from light bulbs to decals to everything is linked to the walls. And that way, when this wall and shelf becomes a door, all of the clutter gets disabled, and then when it becomes a wall again, they come back. So that's how the magic works. It's a lot of work, but it's actually fairly simple, just from someone who's making the HABs. I'm not going to start cluttering this all that much. I'm just sort of going over the basics of what you need to do to make them functional. I actually should have opened Crimson Fleet HABs so that I can show like how that functions, and because that one's been set up to be able to be sold by the Red Mile merchant. Update to Crimson Fleet HABs is coming. I made everything static because I got tired of my beautifully placed clutter not spawning in. But I can show you how to make the pack-ins so that you can make stuff static as you go. But where are my Crimson Fleet HABs, which I've been working on? Which one of these is it? That one's quite new. I might try that one. But that's how you can get started. So you make the base form, you duplicate a module, rename it. I usually like the using my own prefix, and then you can find them under pack-ins. And if you don't touch anything, the links between the doors on the exterior and interior work just fine. Yeah, it's like if you have a ship, like if you buy a ship, it will have the clutter spawning in. Like when you get given the ship, Star Eagle or Kepler, it will have the clutter. But once you edit that ship, the clutter goes away and it will never come back. Which I understand why they did it, because it keeps spawning in your cargo, but it's still annoying if you spend hours and hours and hours decorating and then it won't show. For example, here, and making things static pack-ins also makes it so that the player can't pick anything up anymore. Someone might find that obnoxious, that you have like all these coffee packets and you can't pick them up. I don't know who would get frustrated with not being able to pick up coffee, but you know, it happens. You can hold Control and click everything that you want. Look how much effort I put into all this clutter here. There's like a whole tea set, and there's milk and empty packs, and then it won't even spawn. It will spawn in the is it the Wanderer? What is it called that your parents give you? So those will show up, but if you add a Hope Tech Captain's Quarters, this stuff will not. You can either, what I did was I took everything on the table and made it a pack-in. Because it's going to be static anyway. It's a bit annoying if you make a mistake or want to change something. And then there's stuff like, I have to include the decals for the coffee, because otherwise there's going to be a floating coffee decal. You can't see anything because this HAB is so dark. Who made this so dark?
Decals are very easy to forget and lose.
Yep. I have so many floating decals everywhere. Even the Manila HABs have them, so. So now I've selected
actually, I had duplicated the 2x2 living quarters from Tayo for my like lounge space in the Ryushin HABs that I'm building. And there was a decal that I hadn't noticed, but when I went in game, it was floating over one of the chairs and giving a very strange texture.
Yeah, I've put on so many like coffee decals and things like that, or scratches on items that are getting disabled. So because they don't always show up either. Like some of the decals don't have that decal marker because they're statics. It's yeah. Oh, hey, Make-A-Wish, welcome. We've already raised almost $700. We already reached 1 milestone. Thank you so much, everyone in the chat, for donating. I'm going to spam the link again because you didn't do it. But Nightbot is taking a break, apparently. No, it's just slow. Anyway. Amazing morning. Yes, I'm so excited. We're going to break last year's record for sure. Terramorph before coffee. Right-click. Right-click, create pack-in. There's a few steps to this. Just a pack-in. If you just create a pack-in, it will add those interactable items like the cups and the coffee bags that you can pick up. You have to make it an instant static. I'm going to call it Ellie Captain's Coffee. Give it a name that is descriptive. And then here is the box you want to mark. Instant static. You don't really have to do anything else. Now it will make it all the one piece that you can select. More wishes, yay! And now you can sort of move it around, and you can link it, double click, linked reference. If you already have items linked to the wall for the swap, and you do a pack-in, those links are gonna go bye. You have to do it again. So select reference, I'm gonna take the wall. Make sure it's the port. Now it shows us the name that it's a port wall. And the keyword thus has to be snap behavior. Disable linked reference, and it has to be the same direction. Port, starboard, 4. I'm selecting a port wall, so I have to select the port snap board. And this is the linking that Fen was saying, that you have to do this for like so many things, and then you have to link the wall to the exterior piece, and there's a lot of linking going on. So that's why
the reference batch action window has been my best friend when I don't want pack-ins.
Yep.
Very helpful.
It is. I'm gonna hide these.
Especially 1x1s.
Yeah, so you have this whole shelf of stuff that you want to disable. I'm gonna hide these out of the way so I can just select the back wall, even though those are gonna be hide everything. Select everything. I don't know what it is on your keyboards. I have a Finnish keyboard, so it's oh, it went onto the wrong screen. You can also view it from here, right? View. Where is reference? Here it is. Reference batch action window. For me, it's a no more. Thank you, Jesse, for the $20 to make a wish. Thank you. Legend. Happy to share that we ended 2024 with 16,593 wishes around the world, and another 16,000 in America too. That is incredible. That is a fantastic amount of wishes. Wow. That's actually mind-boggling.
A lot of dreams come true.
Yes.
They have, yeah. It's also really fun to participate in Make-A-Wish. Was it 2 years ago? The Japanese embassy here in Lisbon, in Portugal, wanted a cosplayer of Amane Misa from Death Note.
Nice.
To do Make-A-Wish for a local Make-A-Wish girl. And I was lucky enough to be selected as one of the 2 that they brought in for the wish. And the girl's face when she saw me and the other Misa was like the best thing ever.
Oh yes, yeah, I can only imagine how amazing that is. I was watching some of the Make-A-Wish videos of people's kids' wishes coming through.
It brings a tear to your eye, just seeing how happy they are just to get the thing that they asked for.
For a while they can focus on something else, and they are like the star of the day and getting all the attention and hope. It's just fantastic.
And some of those kids are so sweet, because like I've seen the wishes where they purposely included their siblings, because like it's not just about them, it's about their family as well.
Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, you can get to the reference batch action, which is literally you take a bunch of references and you do the same action on them in a batch instead of doing one by one all of these items, because we want to hide all of these, and we can, now that we've got them selected, I can unhide, and you can do the link ref from here. So select the link ref. You can do the persistence if you want, but we're not doing that for the clutterers. We all established, none of us is doing it. And then select the reference in here, double click. You can see that it's selecting a 4. So the keyword is going to be snap behavior, disable linked ref 4. And do. Now if we click open some of these references, they will all have the link to the doorway. I recommend doing this after you've like finished everything, because if you add something here now and then you forget to link it, everything else is going to disappear when that door swaps or the wall, and then you're going to have one floating thing somewhere. Not saying I've ever done it, but you know, I may have done it a few times. What
It was an
else?
interesting learning experience because I did it manually, piece by piece.
Yeah, no one told you about the batch action window.
I mean, I think I messaged Recon when I found out about the batch action window, and the collective reaction was basically the like, how come nobody ever mentioned this to us?
Yeah, it's one of those things that you really want to cover in one of the tutorial videos as well, because I
Yeah.
don't remember. I've done a HAB stream before, but I can't remember what I showcased. Oh, I really like the lighting in here. I did a good job.
Yeah. I actually have an interesting note for like creating pack-ins and then linking them up for like doorways. If you have a pack-in that intersects a hatch, it actually breaks the ladder and you can't use the ladder anymore.
It's so weird.
It drove me up the wall. I had this persistent feedback about the engineering hab in the Ancient Mariner extended mod, where some of the hatches just wouldn't, like, ladders would appear, but they couldn't use them. They weren't interactable. And I drove myself up the wall trying to figure out what the hell was going on with them. And at the time I was also working on the Ashlander HABs, and I had wanted to put in these hangings that would cover the ceiling hatches when there wasn't a ladder there, but because of because I don't have 3DX Max to run collisions, like proper collisions with, I was hacking collisions by making pack-ins of my objects and then using the CK to generate the collision box around it.
Right.
And I thought that was the cause of it, but it turned out no, it's just if you have a pack-in that touches the slightest piece of the edge of like that rim that the floor and ceiling pieces have around the hatch plug. If you have a pack-in that touches that, the ladder does not become workable.
Yeah, it's something that we've talked about it with other people who make HABs. There's also this whole thing where some of the kitchen walls, the galleys are not functional because there's like a chair somewhere 2 meters away from it. Like it really messes with the furniture markers.
Yeah, the HABs
Right.
just don't like anything intersecting with anything else. It's the least favorite thing.
Yeah, so this was my plan. There's an environmental storytelling thing where there's 2 tickets to Alissa de Mill, and then there's a post-it note that has a heart in it. And then the heart just sort of goes and clips into the poster, and it doesn't show up in game. I meant to go in and fix this. Maybe I'll submit the fix to the Starfield community patch team. Because it's broken in vanilla game, and it bothers me, because I made this cool thing, and it's not showing up. This wall we don't have to worry about.
You work hard on doesn't show up.
Yeah, and I can't do much about it after launch. So what you want to do is when you're making HABs is if you want your HAB always to have beds, you have to take into account if you want a certain functionality for your HAB. Always remember that one of these walls is going to potentially swap into a door. So if the only place where your crew can sleep is this wall, and then someone puts a door there, the crew won't have. I mean, it's not gameplay. By gameplay, it's not missing, but you'll want that. So that's why I put the bed into the middle section of the HAB. The bed is always going to be there. Everything here is always going to be there. Because I'll show you a trick. When you have the layers window, if you right click, you can't see because that thing is on there. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can refresh it. Refresh, cache. So maybe it hides. Yeah, I hate to turn off people's donations, but so I can show this window. So all of the doors have been marked into a layer that is swappable, and it shows red. So all of these things that turned red when you click overlay color are the ones that are changing. I don't know why the doors aren't marked themselves, which is weird. Only those. I do usually the hatches on the floor and ceiling as well when I'm working. But you can see the red bits are the ones that are going to change. So if you put beds or workbenches here, they might just, or the only kitchen in the ship is one wall that can turn into a door. So that's going to go missing. And then there's the whole thing with like, I hate the ceiling pieces. Like this is going to disappear. All of this is going to have to go if there's going to be a ladder up or down. Hey, chef. Welcome. That's the one thing that you want to take into account when you're making things. So don't put anything essential anywhere that might get disabled by the door swapping mechanism. For example, in 1x1 HABS, it's very hard. It's nearly impossible. Unless you turn snaps off for one wall, I guess. Have you guys done that a lot? The only thing...
I've done... Several of my HABs have a wall that is just doesn't function as a doorway.
Yeah. That's a way to get...
I've actually... Yeah, I've got a trick where I learned from... I can't remember who I learned it from exactly. Oh, from Vince134, the another HAB modder who put a structural snap point where the doorway snap point used to be. So that can still snap on the outside, but it won't interact with the doorway mechanics.
Right. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do. The fuselage looks weird. Looks weird here on... This one shouldn't have them. It's not that. I'm looking for the fuselage ones that have only 2 doors. The swapped companionway, possibly, maybe?
Yeah, I think it'd be the companionway fuselage.
Yeah, these ones, because they have the side stuff. So only this bed will change, and it will always be the round door, and not the, like, lifting up door. No, here, hold on. There we go. But this one's being weird because it still shows swappable, but some of these doors shouldn't be swappable.
I think just use the same interior because it fits within the same footprint.
Yeah, so these walls, the one with the canisters, they don't have a linked ref. So these walls, even though they're marked as red, if I turn this off, the only bits that will switch is this wall and this wall. These will always be here. So you can make this kind of HABs. You can just like disable the swapping and snapping, but it's very after working with HABs for a while, you'll figure it out more. And there's so many people doing this, so it's always one of those Starfield modding discords that you can ask for help as well. Oh, I sat on my leg and now it went numb. We're gonna have to start winding this down now because we have to take us over to the next segment, which is cephalopoda. I'm gonna start checking soon if they're ready for us. We still got 10 minutes though, so... Is my Discord doing something? Why is my Discord blinking? Oh well. One of the things that you need to do to get your HABs in game is you need to add them to the ship text or like the ship mechanics. What are they called? Ship technicians? You can add them there. I'm gonna load the Crimson Fleet one because I added those to the Red Mile. Red Mile is always going to be there, which makes it safe. Here we go. Yeah, Red Mile. Oh, good gosh, I can't even remember how I did it now. Now that I start thinking about like the steps, how could I clearly explain this? So you need a constructible object, and then you need to add it to the merchant list. I will show the mechanics as soon as I can get this to load. You guys haven't used the platform extended, so you don't know if it makes loading quicker. It's supposed to do that, but I'm dependent on my docs, so I didn't use it. Guys, we've got less than 10 minutes until we raid out. If you want to participate in this giveaway, this charity, where at the end we're gonna have a giveaway, so now is a good time to donate. So we're gonna inch closer to that. Oh, I already just posted the link. Thanks, Nightbot. Disqualified. I don't know if it's gonna disqualify you, but I don't know. I might be able to win 2 shirts. I don't think you can distinguish, like, this person won before. Oh my goodness, this is loading quite a while. We're gonna raid out before I even get a chance to show this. So you need crafting recipes for the ship HABs, and you need to put them to a merchant or ship technician who can do it for you. You're hogging the merch. Did you order yours? Did you get the black one? I don't remember how many colors I have. Oh, it's always going to give you errors. Errors are our favorites. So I'm gonna put show edited forms only. This piece is massive. I don't know what those things are. I have so many pack-ins because I made everything static. So outside of the ship pack-ins, I also have all these clutter pack-ins. There's a ton of them. What else is on there? It's not, I mean, it looks a little. Considering how big this mod is, there's not actually all that like many moving parts to it. But at the same time, it has like 10,000 forms. I don't know how many. Why am I made? Oh, never mind. Where are the packing recipes? So every category has to be separate. We've got a loading bay, landing bay. We have a cockpit category, which has 2 cockpits. They are the 4 of those here. And what is this? Is the landing bay. What? Why are there 2? Did I edit an existing one? We're ignoring that. There's 3. That one is a boo-boo. Don't look at that. I need to fix it. Never edit vanilla stuff if you can help it. It will raise conflicts. Landing bay is 1. This is just a recipe for crafting. You can duplicate an existing one. I am using Hope Tech for the Crimson Fleet, so that's what everything is like pointing to, because then you get that Hope Tech logo. If you don't have a certain keyword on them, it won't show the manufacturer logo in the shipbuilder. Some people care about that. What the hell is that? Some weird bug. So you need to create an object. You need to select which category it is in. This is the landing bay. I'm using the Hope Tech bay, which is the Hope 4, I believe, and that's where I made the boo-boo. Instead of creating a new one, I've edited the vanilla form. Don't do that. How to get them to the red mile is through a condition. Has keyword. This is the Crimson Fleet black market. So, got it. Bastard. So it shows up. How many different keywords are there? Can I browse it through here? No. It's been a while since I put this in here. How did you guys put your HABs into the world?
I just deleted any keywords that were on the forms, and then it's not linked to any one specific vendor, and it shows up with all of the vendors.
So just
I added mine to the Stroud vendors because I have not gone set up for Vunkai yet.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch. I wanted them to show up at the key and at the Red Mile. The Red Mile merchant is a black market merchant, so by putting this here, it actually showed up at Red Mile. And Jazz is the technician at the key, right? So that's
Yes.
My Ryujin HABs will only show up inside the Tayo showroom in Ryujin HQ.
Huh? How did you condition that?
They have a keyword for it. It's the Tayo exclusive. So like you notice you've got like common versus exclusive.
Yeah.
And
right.
When you hit exclusive, it only shows up at their like star yard, basically.
Nice. So all of these vendor vendor keywords control where it shows up. If you don't have anything, it will show up everywhere.
Yeah, if you have a custom location, you have to make a custom like exclusive keyword.
Yes,
that.
I believe for the Crimson Fleet update, I may have tried to make a custom one. I had to duplicate the Stroud kiosk that is in the Stroud room in Neon, and that way it got it working. But yeah, this is how you control it, where it shows up. Exclusive is the showroom or the star yard, and common is kind of randomly puts things out. And every category of ship modules needs its own recipe. So these are the landing base. Hope I didn't touch anything. I don't want to edit this now. And then there's the cockpits. The created object is not actually the HAB. It's a form list where it is. Here it is. Cockpit variants. And the order that they are in here. It should be how they should. It's not how they show up. I will show you in a sec. We have to raid over. Look at me. We get caught. If you want to look into the hat making, I'm pretty sure I have. I don't have your. There it is. I got it. I think if you don't put any keywords on it, it will show up in Outpost Shipbuilder as well. The YouTube link shows Fen's ship hab tutorial, which you can follow. And she will tell you in more long-winded and more cohesive way on how to do this stuff. Because as I suspected, I am going to run out of space. We need to raid over into Steffa. Link, hold on. Let's see if they're live. I'm going to copy that. There we go. Stream is going to be live in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Everyone seems to be good. Mic is probably working. I'm not going to play that over mine. We're good. Yeah, cool. We're ready to look. So, quick reminders. This is a charity event. We are going for 2 days for Make-A-Wish. Next stream is art and photography in Fallout 4 by Cephalopoda. Brad Beetle is already over there. The schedule can be found on the Independent Fallout Wiki. I'm gonna go to the end screen. Let's go do a pro streamer thing. I'm gonna go here. You can follow me on. I'm mostly on Blue Sky. You can catch me there. Instagram is disabled. Don't go to my Instagram. There's nothing there. And I also have a YouTube where I post shitty tutorials. I will be back tomorrow with a few panels, including the Bethesda keynote panel with Rob Vogel, Fading Signal, and Chris Takahashi. You're going to love it over at Cephas. There's going to be like 7 panels left for today, or 6, and then more tomorrow. It's going to be a great weekend. I will see you there. Let's go over. Still, yeah, it's that 10 seconds. Yeah, the coin live. Yeah, I'm going to do the raid thing. If you are a subscriber here, you can use that raid message. Nightbot, anytime now. There we go. If you are not a subscriber, you can use this raid message. You can donate to my campaign here, or you can go through to the main campaign if you don't want to do my sub campaign. Every dollar counts when we help make wishes come true. Let's go over there. They're ready for us. We're gonna raid Cephalopoda like a pro streamer. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Fen. Thank you, Green Recon, for coming over. That was fantastic. It was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Yes, this was fantastic. It was a bit chaotic, but that's how we do it here on my Twitch channel. We're going to go over to the next segment. Follow along. Save that link to the Independent Fallout Wiki where you can find the schedule. If you fall off the raid train or want to come back to it later, you can find it there. All the links are there. Thank you so much, everyone who donated. You are superstars, and Wish Mike cares. And I love you for it. Let's raid over. I can't even find it because I have that thing. Hide from me. Raid now. There we go. I will let you guys go. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, have a fantastic weekend. Right now, we're raiding in. I'm turning off desktop audio. I'm muting my mic.